Do you ever feel like you're not good enough, even though people praise your work and they post it and they talk about it all the time? Well, for many, or even people like me, that's something called imposter syndrome. Now, the crazy thing about this video is I actually recorded this a long time ago. Not this exact video, but literally the same kind of outline. And I was embarrassed to post it. I didn't feel like it was worth talking about. I didn't feel like I could translate the entire video idea because it was something that I wasn't proud of, and I didn't know if it was good enough to be part of a YouTube video, which kind of led me into revisiting this and talking about it now, because I think that even drives this whole idea further of not being good enough, even though people think you are, and it can still provide value regardless if it's quote unquote good or quote unquote bad. In that video, I was stuttering over myself and I just did not know how to talk. I couldn't even really talk about the topic because it was just something that I felt like I was being fake about. Like, I didn't know if I was actually talking about it through a genuine way or if I was just reiterating what I saw online. So I figured now is even better because obviously I've done a lot more work since then, and also in general I think it's something that many people need to talk about, just to also help deal with not feeling like they are good enough throughout photography, videography, and pretty much any creative stuff in general. So I actually went on ChatGPT and asked it about the definition of imposter syndrome, and it basically says imposter syndrome is that internal voice saying you're really not that good, you're just lucky. It also says, there's a short stat, 70% of people experience it at some point, so if you're feeling it, you're not alone. Which is something that I think, especially in creativity, it's even more evident because you are putting something out that you create from scratch, and you might compare yourself to the big directors, and you might be comparing yourself to all the online personas that people are, the big people who have like millions of followers. And so we're definitely going to get a different output compared to those people who have lots of followers, lots of budgets, etc. Now, personally for me, I have struggled with this a lot, especially starting out. I knew I wasn't that good, but I knew I could provide something that had like different angles or just something more unique to people. But also in general, I knew as I got even better, and even to this day, I know I can still do a lot for people and I can provide a good product. People praise my work online. I've gotten great reviews on stuff. I've had people praise the stuff a lot. But it always feels like when I see my friends who are doing similar stuff or have slightly better equipment, or again, any people online to even more relate to, because some of those people are the same age or in the same general area as me, you feel like, you know, my stuff isn't as cinematic as them. It feels like the editing is not as good, or, you know, maybe the framing is not right. Just simple stuff like that. Or even just like, it goes as simple as you go on Instagram and you see how yours is uploaded and it looks good, and then when you post it, it looks like, you know, compressed and, you know, all pixelated, when it was never like that. And then they can post anything and it'll look great, and they're probably not doing nearly as much effort as I am. So yeah, it just sounds like a rant, but like I'm saying, these are all realistic things that I go through, and I'm pretty sure many of you go through when you are trying to develop yourself, or even if you're still developed, will still experience. And the thing is, imposter syndrome, especially in the realm of photography and videography, can come from a few different things. I actually asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas on this because some of them may not be as evident as I thought of. So some of them are comparing other social media, which I also did mention, because you're also constantly screening and are constantly looking at stuff on there, getting ideas, but also comparing yourself as well. Lack of formal education. Now, for someone like me, I did go to school for stuff like this, and funnily enough, I took photography a little bit later on in my university career. But some people, they don't do that, and they are either very successful or they're not. But the thing is, their output might still be pretty good, but not having that paper behind their name, those letters, etc., it makes them think they're not good enough, which is completely false, because at the end of the day, it's what you can accomplish compared to what you actually have learned and gotten grades on, in my opinion. It also says perfection or fear of feedback, which is also something that a lot of us want to do. They want to keep working on it just until it keeps going, until, you know, it's absolutely perfect in our mind, but sometimes it's perfect in everyone else's mind and it's just being worked to death at that point. And lastly, not booking high-end clients yet. Now, especially a long time ago, I struggled with this because when like I've told you the story before, probably if you go to some of my videos, you'll probably see it. I charged my first client $10 for the entire shoot. This was like 3 to 4 hours, $10. It was good, and she paid me more, like she paid me double because she thought, you know, that was fair. And I didn't know for sure if this was a viable option. But even now, I know people are charging significantly more, and I know that probably charging at least $300 to $400 per hour, and they're getting like $7,000 clients. Yeah, it's something that is always on my mind, but it's something that is something I'll work towards, and many are still working towards, like me. So let's get to the other part of this video, which is stuff I'm doing to deal with it, but also stuff that has been suggested to help with stuff like this, because we all need to help each other. And there's certain months of the year that are allotted to mental health and mental awareness, etc. And I think it's always good to talk about it just in general over the year, just to help all of us, set aside our time and our mind to not, get overburdened, burned out, etc. So definitely some of the best ones are like posting my best stuff, or documenting my wins, where like I'm able to see the good stuff I do. And like, if especially I've talked about in my other videos where that photo that you get in maybe each photo shoot, that's like the one that you want to take, like that one that is like, I want to print that out on a poster, or like that can be put somewhere and millions of people will love to see it. That's also something that is showing that I know I'm doing something good enough, even if other people think it's not. But also it's just something that is a personal like goal. If you want to know more about that specific thing, about like, you should get that specific shot per photo shoot, go refer to my other video. I'll either link it or just go find it. It's somewhere on my channel. You should also like talk about it sometimes, not brag about it, but I think talking about it to other people is also great, because they'll also relate. They might even share it for you. And lastly, I think about talking about it / teaching other people is another great thing. Just like I'm doing while talking to all of you and documenting my progress as I make a video, as I create stuff for my Instagram, my website, etc. I feel like that's important too, because you see your own progression, but also other people can see your progression as well. So they hold you accountable. They also are helping you like basically grow as well. So as I post a reel, maybe I'll have 100 people who watch it, but then maybe next reel it'll be 200, then maybe down the road it'll be like 1,000, maybe it'll be 1,000,000. Always a big win. And even for me, that helped me so much in the infancy of this channel, but also my social media. Just like seeing stuff that has quote unquote failed, but seeing stuff that actually grew and become way better than I thought it would ever be. I actually remember there's this 4-second reel that absolutely sucked and did not do well on TikTok, and I think even Instagram, but I posted on YouTube Shorts and it got like 2,000 views, because it was probably just something that related really well, and it was quick and easy. It was literally, I'm telling you, 4 seconds. So it's always just compounding your effort. It's always just about compounding effort and making sure you win and trying your best chances as much as possible, compared to not at all and just sitting back and doing absolutely nothing. Like, trust me, I don't maybe post as much as I should on this channel, but I'm always working on something. I'm always recording videos every single day, and I'm trying to post every single week consistently to grow constantly, so more people see these videos. And so I'm actually going to go refer back to ChatGPT's outline that I made for this video, because I actually felt like it was necessary, since it's harder to talk about stuff like this and kind of structure it without going all over the place. So the final message it says is, you're not an imposter, you're a work in progress, and that's okay. So I think that's something really, really cool to hear, because everyone is just working towards whatever their end goal is, or I mean, just in general, working to have fun and also to actually make money, to actually just get something that they're proud of. So, it's no one else's place to put you down, but I also think it's not your place to put yourself down. I think you should always build yourself up and just know that you are working towards something even better than what you are now. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to leave me any thoughts, if you want to comment anything, be sure to let me know. You can also hit me up personally on my Instagram or socials, which will be somewhere on screen over here. But if you want, so that being said, if you want to talk to me or anyone else, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see another cool video, be sure to look at this one over here, or check out the channel right over here. I'm always going to talk to everyone. If you also want us to talk about personal things, which I will never share, I want to help you all out. I want to make sure everyone's happy, safe. And if you're just feeling sad for whatever reason, or if you're not feeling good, let me know. I've talked people out of things before, and I just want to help people. I want to make sure everyone gets value from things and is the best use of time for, what you're spending on watching a video or doing something. And I'm truly thankful for each and every one of you who watches videos, who interact, etc. It's absolutely something that has helped me personally. I never thought people want to watch stuff. I never thought people want to interact with my things. I know I'm making it a little personal, but it's just great to see people catching on to things. Like every video that has a subscriber that comes, or like a comment or like, it's like amazing. Like I never thought people would want to interact with me. I was very introverted. I was very shy. So yeah, just getting a little personal here. But yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, hope to see you next video. And please interact with me. Anyway, see ya. Bye.